Good morning, day 26. Got a full moon. It's 5:30. I've been on the trail about half hour and much warmer last night. Sun's just trying to melt into morning. Another half hour. Yeah, maybe 45 minutes. I may get some sun if I stay high enough. So I got impatient, couldn't wait for the sun. My old body does much better, much more efficient when it's got something in it. And so I'm having breakfast, even though it's cold, a little early. You know, everybody's different. When I was at Roosevelt Lake, I ran into couple through hikers, a couple Spark and Blast. And actually I had a blast with them. They were fun people. Anyway, she's like me, she needs to eat in the morning. He likes to get up and put some miles in before he eats. But I can always tell, like today I've been climbing for the last hour and I can just feel it. I need something. Also, I'm looking for a Hexamid tent in ultimate direction pants, whatever those are. And they must be stuffed in a, instead of Z-Packs roll top like my food bag here. My wife sent me a text. He lost it someplace or misplaced it someplace between sunflower and pine. Can you be more specific? I mean, if it's your tent, I would assume you slept in it 2 or 3 nights anyway, no matter how fast you're going. You would miss it in a section, I would think, but anyway, I'm looking for it. It's easy to do. I've talked about this in other videos where you might not be in the trail. It might not have fallen off his pack. Maybe he went off and sat by a stream, had stuff spread out like this, walked off and left it. Been there, done that. So again, you have to kind of build that muscle memory. When you get up and start walking, you turn around and scan the area. See what you've left behind. A Hexamid tent and super duper pants probably cost a few bucks. This is why I got up at 5 o'clock on the trail this morning and hoofed it 9 miles to Pine. Okay, so here's the new deal. Quick stop in Pine. I got to had to walk into town from the trailhead road crossing. It's not that far, so I made it to breakfast by about 10:30. So I already have 9.5 miles in on the trail today, and read all the Facebook postings about the trail ahead. Not a lot of information because not a lot of people have done it. Really one guy who did it on snowshoes, and he went through a few weeks ago, like at least 2. So I called the Blue Ridge Ranger Station, talked to the same gal I talked to like 10 days ago who said don't come. And she said, yeah, I just told the guy this morning don't come. So I said, are we talking 2, 3, 10? How many feet of snow are we talking about? Because today, it's 12:30. I've been back on the trail for a half hour. Mike, this trail angel I ran into at the restaurant, gave me a ride back to the trailhead. That's why it's such a quick stop. Anyway, and thank you, Mike. Anyway, I've got to go up and see. I've come this far. If there's just too much snow, I've done this before, I'm done, but when I look at all the data, the big snow is just ahead of me, maybe a day, day and a half on the SnowTel site online showing snow depths. And then between Flag and the top of the Mogollon here, there is kind of a sparse area, so Mike was saying that I could run into mud, which is sometimes worse, like gumbo clay. I had that on the CDT in New Mexico, where you just every step you'd get a pound of mud on your boots. No sense scraping it off, because the next step you just get it all back again. So maybe snow will be better. Anyway, Blue Ridge couldn't tell me really. They said the roads aren't plowed. You know, if there's a couple feet of snow, I'm all in. That beats mud. And if I can make it to Flag, it sounds like Flag to the canyon is good. It's just the rim that may not melt out till June. They haven't even plowed the road on the rim yet, so it's all a work in progress. I'll go as far as I can. I'm not buying snowshoes. Keep smiling. So here's a lesson. Always check junctions. Always check junctions. You know, as well marked as the Arizona Trail is, I just went a half mile in the wrong direction just because I assumed. And assumptions will cost you miles. But it's a beautiful day, so it was a nice trail. This is quite a day hiking area, so the major tread looks like it goes straight, where I should have crossed this creek. And I should have known that. I know I'm following the high line, but I'm a daydreamer. So I'm a couple days away, but I can see the rim and I can see the snow. It is what it is. Maybe it'll melt before I get there. Okay, we're capping off day 26. I still have 3/4 of a mile. Haven't found a flat spot yet, but there is a trailhead up ahead, so gotta be a flat spot there. Losing light fast.